What is it about George Kittle, and I mean, since he's really joined the league,
Yep.
that makes him so special on the field?
Well, obviously there's not a lot of guys like George from a skill set standpoint, right? I mean, the ability to be on the field in an offense that Kyle runs that is very demanding of the tight end position. We think of the tight end position now as yards and catches, and he obviously gets his there, being 1,000 yards a few times in his career. But his ability to be on the field for the pass protection, for the run blocking, to really carry the heavy load of a lot of those run schemes and pass designs, where his ability to be physical and his ability to be multiple and athletic and strong at the point of attack, or fast and athletic as a puller, as a lead blocker. I mean, he gets asked to do a lot of different things. So from a skill set standpoint, that's very challenging. But then there's also like a mentality that goes into it, where if you really buy into that role and you don't shy away from the parts you don't like, or shy away from parts that maybe you'd rather not do, he embraces all of it. He loves it. He's just as excited for a big run block as he is a touchdown pass. And I think that's just the way he's wired. I think that's what makes him special. It's what makes him unique. And ultimately, it makes him like the perfect fit for what Kyle wants to do as an offense. So there's a lot of really talented guys there, but you can make an argument that George is one of those linchpins that allows the system to operate as well as it does.
And then you've watched a lot of Brock Purdy. What are your thoughts on Brock Purdy and how he's grown since he first took over the role?
Yeah, it was cool because I actually called Brock's first start 2 years ago in that game against Tampa, lining up against Brady out in San Francisco. We called that game, and then all the way up to calling him in the NFC Championship this year. So I felt like I was there at the beginning, and then I kind of saw it there at the end at his high. It was it's just pretty remarkable what he's been able to accomplish in such a short period of time. And I think it's a testament to the amount of time he played in college. He had a lot of reps, a lot of experience, and just his demeanor. Everybody you talk to there, they're just like, the guy is such a stud. I think people don't give him enough credit for what he does because he's kind of at the mercy of the talented guys around him. And I don't think it should be used against him. I think he's earned everything he's had. He's as big a part of the reason why they're winning. They're not winning in spite of him. They're winning a lot of times because of him. And I think that's important for people to realize. And with the Christian McCaffreys and the Kittles and the Trent Williams and Debo and Ayuk, I mean, we can go on and on. That's just on offense. The stars they have, I think sometimes people hold it against him. And I think from a football standpoint, people who study football, who watch football and watch what makes that offense click, I think that's a huge mistake.
I mean, how much do you base his success on the ability to make those quick in-play decisions?
Yeah, Brian Greasy is a guy I played with, obviously the quarterback coach out there, and works day to day with him. He told me last year, he said his magic wand, his secret weapon is he's the fastest processor I've ever been around. Sam Darnold told me the exact same thing. I've known Sam for a couple years now, and for both of those guys, unpromptu, to say that, it speaks volumes, right? They're not just saying it to coach speak. I mean, we're just having a personal conversation, talking about Brock and what a great couple years he's had. And they're just like, his ability to process things quickly, eliminate the throws that aren't there, get through his progression to the throws that are there, what the coverage dictates, what the play call dictates, is a huge differentiator in this league, and he does that at a very high level.
All right, one more. Where do you feel like the 49ers will be going through this season?
I mean, until proven otherwise, you have to imagine the conference goes through them. I mean, they obviously, being in the Super Bowl just 6 months ago, 5 months ago, whatever it was, and you could argue they're going to just continue to get better. They're keeping a lot of those pieces together, especially the stars. They got Brock on a rookie contract here for another at least year or two, which is super helpful, paying all these other guys. So it aligns for them very well, and we've spent all this time just talking about their offense, and obviously there's a couple good players on the defense I think that are going to be okay, obviously with Fred and Bosa and those guys. So it's as talented a roster as there is in the NFL. They're paying their quarterback relatively nothing compared to the market, and they have arguably the best coach and the best scheme. So they have all the boxes checked, and until someone proves otherwise, the NFC still feels like a San Francisco race until, the Dallases and the Phillies or someone, knocks them off going forward.
Right. Great. Yeah, thanks for joining us so much.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.